Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's kind of a fun video aside from the ones I've been posting on my trying to conceive journey. I wanted to do my favorite celebrity baby name video because there's so many times that celebrity baby names are talked about in a negative light because sometimes they are very far out there. I wanted to just share some of mine, my favorite celeb baby names, and this list I have 20. So there may be a part 2 because there's a lot that I really do like. These are some of my favorites that I've probably ever heard. Some of them are new baby names, some of them are not new. And I just wanted to share with you guys and do just a fun video that wasn't so trying to conceive focused and was just kind of something different. So let's get started. Okay, the first baby name that I have loved for a very long time is the name of Nicole Richie and Joel Madden's daughter, and it's Harlow Winter Kate. Now, both of her children have 3 names, so a first and 2 middle names, and their last name, of course. But when I first heard this name a long time ago, I believe I was still in high school when she had her daughter, I just fell in love with the name. If you watched my baby names I love but will not be using video, Harlow was on there, which we would never be able to use it because our last name ends in an O sound, but I just love the name. I love Winter and I also love Kate, so all those names together are just gorgeous and I just love that name. The next name that I love are my favorite celebrity couple because I love them on Once Upon a Time if you watch that. And it's Josh Dallas and Jennifer Goodwin's, or Godwin, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Maybe it's Jennifer Goodwin. But on Once Upon a Time, they play Snow White and Prince Charming. It's just so perfect. And their son's name is Oliver Finlay. And I love the name. It's just such a classic name. Oliver is just so timeless. It will go from baby to adult. Finlay I also really like, although I prefer Finn. Oliver Finlay just flows so well together, and I just absolutely love the name they chose. The next name that I love is the name Memphis, and this is Bono's. I believe it's a girl. I'm pretty sure it's a daughter's name. If not, my bad. But I love the name Memphis. I'm really big on place names. There are a lot of place names I love. They're just the kind of names that stick out to me more so than just a regular kind of classic name. I tend to go more towards like surnames and place names. And so I love the name Memphis. I would never personally use it, but I just love the name. I think it's just so cool. It just sounds like, I don't know, it just sounds like a really cool person that you meet. Like, hey, my name's Memphis. It just sounds very cool and very cute, and I love it. The next name that I love, of course, this is in my baby names that I love and my current favorites, and that's the name SAYLOR. And that is the name of Christy Brinkley's daughter. It's also the name of Bristol Palin's daughter. There's quite a few SAYLORs running around in the celebrity community, but SAYLOR from Christy Brinkley is the first time that I heard of it, like celebrity-wise, but I obviously love this name. It holds somewhere, it holds a dear place in my heart, so I just absolutely love that name. The next name that I love is a brand new baby that just came less than a month ago into the world, and it is a baby named Ocean, and he is the son of Alexa and Carlos Penavega. They also have a YouTube channel. You would remember Alexa Vega. She played in all the Spy Kid movies, and her husband played Kaneki on the recent Grease Live musical that came out like a year ago. So they just had a baby, and I followed them on YouTube throughout her pregnancy, and he is the cutest little thing, and I love his name. I love the name Ocean because I love the water. I love being by the sea and the ocean. Now that I'm in Iowa, I am like landlocked, secluded, but I absolutely love their little guy's name. The next name that I love was also a name on my 10 names I love but won't be using video, and that's the name Marlowe. It is the name of Jason Schwartzman's child, and I also believe that Sienna Miller's child is also named this, but they're not like a couple. Again, I love this name and I can never use it because it ends in the O sound, but it's just one of those that I hear and I'm like, yes, I love it. It's unique, it's different, it's not so crazy. I just absolutely love the name. The next name is like a twofer. It's a sibling set, and it is the name Honor and the name Haven, and these names are Jessica Alba's two daughters' names, and I love them. I love the name Haven especially. It's like one of my top favorite names, like on my top 10 list that I currently have if we have another child, that I don't know if we would actually use or not because it's becoming so popular, but I think it's popular because of Jessica Alba. And I like Honor too. Honor and Haven just go really well together. Honor's not one that I personally would use, but I absolutely love them together, and it just sounds like a really good sibling set name, so it's definitely one of my celebrity favorites. The next name that I like is the name Wilder, and this is the son of Oliver Hudson, who is Kate Hudson's brother, I believe. Kate Hudson, the actress, her brother. And I actually never had even heard of this name before I read the article about Wilder being Oliver Hudson's son's name, and I really like this name, of course, because it is a last name for first name, so it made it to my list pretty soon after I heard it on another child. So it's one that we may end up using in the future, and that name just like jumped out at me and I loved it immediately. So Wilder, I just think it sounds very like adventurous, very like explorer type. I have a friend whose last name is Wilder, so we may not be able to use it. We'll have to see how that goes, but I really do love the name. The next name that I love is the name Tennyson, and that is by Russell Crowe. That's his son's name. I keep looking down because my list is like right in front of me. Now this has like an English writer origin, so I really actually like this name a lot. It's not one that I personally would use on my own child, but I have never heard it. And I just really like the way that the name sounds. It sounds like a very strong name. So I think of a Tennyson would be like a person that's like very smart in like literature, of course. So I really love it. The next name is, or names, is also another sibling set from one of my favorite actors, Scott Foley, who plays Jake in Scandal. Oh, I love Scandal. My previous videos have already talked about how much I love Scandal, so we won't get into it. But his sons' names are Konrad and Keller. Naturally, I like both of these. They are both last names that can be used as first names, so both of them I was like, yes, love it. I don't prefer Konrad spelled with a K just because it'll cause a lot of misspellings throughout his life, but in general, I love the name Konrad and the name Keller. The next name that I love is Marnie Rose, and that is by the singer Lily Allen. I have loved Marnie for a long time. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, depending on what age bracket you're in, or if you have children that watch this, but back in the day, and recently they've replayed it for some of the holidays, there was a movie series on Disney Channel called Halloween Town, and Marnie was the main character witch in the movie. And I've loved the name ever since then, but currently in my clinic that I work at, one of the physician's names, her name is Marnie. So I don't know if I'd ever use it for my own child. Maybe I would, I don't know. But I've only ever met one Marnie in real life, and it's one that I happen to work with, one of our doctors. So, but I just love the way Marnie Rose sounds. It just sounds like if you go from child to adult, the name together just flows so well, and it's probably one of my top 5 favorites. The next name that I love also has Rose for a middle name. It is Kelly Clarkson's, and I think her husband's name is Brandon. Can't say the last name, I don't remember it. But their daughter's name is River Rose. I love this. I've loved Kelly Clarkson forever. Y'all know back in them days when she was on American Idol. Oh, what was she like? She was the first winner, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was the first winner. She's the original, the OG. But I love her daughter's name. It is so sweet. And her daughter is so stinking cute. Anytime she posts videos of her, I'm just like, she is so precious, and her name absolutely suits her, and it's definitely one of my faves. The next name that I love is like one of my favorite names, even though I would never use it. When I hear a kid name this, that's a girl, I just like, oh, swoon. And it's the name Frankie, and that is Drew Barrymore's daughter's name. I love the name Frankie for a little girl. If I could use it, I would. My husband would not have it. I already know that he wouldn't have it. He's not big on masculine names for girls, whatever. But I love the name Frankie for a little girl. I think it's just so precious. Now, I don't like the nickname Frank, of course, but I love the name. And if I could get away with using it, I probably would. But it's definitely one of my very, very top favorite baby girl names. And again, that's Drew Barrymore's daughter's name. The next name that I like is a little bit different. It wasn't perceived well by the media when the child was first born, but again, it's personal preference. But it is Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' daughter, and her name is Suri. Now, This name, I believe, has a meaning in Persian. So I'm not sure if either one of them are Persian or if they just liked the name in the language. But I actually really like the name Suri. I think it's different. It may be a little bit hard to spell for some, and especially now that the iPhone has Siri. But I altogether love the name, and it literally fits her so well, and it's just beautiful. The next name that I love is one that I would consider using in real life if there wasn't such a mispronunciation of it, and that is the name of Michael Bublé's son, and that's Elias. Now, when you look at this name, it looks like Elias, just because it starts off just like Elliot, but it's actually pronounced Elias, and so it's one that I really love, and I wish there was a way to not pronounce it like that, because even if you put an A on the beginning, it would look like alias. So I love the name altogether. I think it's a beautiful name. It's not very super common, and it's not very unique. It's kind of in the middle there, and I really love it. And the last name, two names, are another sibling set from our beautiful supernatural actor Jensen Ackles, who just had his twins. And I love both of the first names, and that is Arrow and Zeppelin. Arrow is the daughter, Zeppelin is the son from his fraternal twins. And I love the names. I love the name Arrow. For me personally, I would prefer it for a boy, but I love the names altogether. They're so cool. It just sounds like such a cool sibling set, and seriously, by the media, like, people were as excited as I was about it. Like, I love seeing celebrities when they name their babies things that aren't super out there, but aren't super common. They're just kind of like different names, because I feel like a lot of people get inspiration from celebrity baby names, and that's how I kind of feel with this list. One that I did not mention that's not on my list is like probably my all-time favorite girl name on the celebrity list, and I'll just go ahead and say it now because I'm here. But I think my all-time favorite girl name in the celebrity world is Alec Baldwin's daughter, and her name is Ireland. And I love the name. Love it. My family is Irish. And that's not really why I like the name, but just kind of a backstory. They are, or we are. But I love the name. The land of Ireland is beautiful. Everything about Ireland is nice from what I've heard. I haven't personally been there. Ugh, I wish. But just the name in general sounds very sweet and very just kind of like innocent. I just love the way it sounds, and I would love to name my daughter Ireland. It's something that we've considered if we have another child, like in the future, hopefully. But that would definitely be my top favorite girl name of like all time in the celebrity world. And for boys, it would be so hard to choose that I probably couldn't choose. But that's my all-time favorite. So that's it, guys. There's the video of my favorite celebrity baby names. Part 1. There will be a part 2 coming out eventually because there's quite a bit more that I love. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.